Hi guys, welcome to the channel Learn Concepts with Nikhil, Discover, Learn and Grow. So in this video, we'll be learning about ScrumBan methodology and Agile metrics, right? ScrumBan methodology is nothing but it is a combination of Scrum as well as Kanban, right? So uh, you have to understand one thing. Agile is not an methodology; it's a mindset, right? Agile is a mindset, and Scrum, Kanban, Lean, which are derived from Agile, are methodologies. Agile is a mindset. So let's look into ScrumBan. ScrumBan is a hybrid project management framework. So it is a combination of Scrum as well as Kanban that combines the elements of Scrum and Kanban. It is designed for teams that need flexibility, continuous workflow, and structured planning, right? So Kanban में क्या होगा? Like what happens in Kanban is you will be doing continuous works, right? Like after completing one work, you will be assigned with another work. But in Scrum, there will be some time boxes, so that you will be getting some ideal time. But if you don't want any ideal time and you want to do continuous works, then ScrumBan is by following Scrum and Kanban, you can go with ScrumBan and you can deliver the outputs or you can deliver the software or features continuously without any break. It is also used for structured planning and flexibility. Why we use ScrumBan, right? ScrumBan is best suited for teams that need structured iterations, like structured time iterations, but also want to continue, but also want continuous flow. Like they will be doing work in the sprint, structured time box iterations, but also they will be following Kanban methodology. Like immediately they will be assigning or they will be getting some new work, right? This is the reason we will be using ScrumBan. Organizations transitioning from Scrum to Kanban and vice versa. For example, like let's take for an organization which is following Scrum for one project and Kanban for one project. Again, they are transitioning to Scrum for one project, and again they are transitioning to Kanban to from for another project. So instead of this transitioning, you can directly implement ScrumBan so that like you there won't be any much what you can say much work of transitioning. You can directly follow ScrumBan for each and every projects with the changing priorities and prioritize and unpredictable workloads, as simple as that. Majorly companies follow Scrum or Kanban in one of the but nowadays companies are following Scrumban. Now only they are transitioning to Scrumban. Many companies don't follow Scrumban. They will be following Scrum or Kanban. But nowadays companies are transitioning slowly from Scrum to Scrumban or Kanban to Scrumban. So this is about Scrumban. A small gist, a small overview of Scrumban. In this video, sorry, in the next slide we will be talking about Agile metrics, right? Metrics are nothing but I said you in some video, I think so. Metrics are nothing but they are used to measure your success or measure your track your progress, measure your progress and measure your success, right? So agile metrics are nothing but they are the metrics. They are the things, metrics which will be tracking or measuring your success, right? So agile metrics helps team track progress, improve performance, and deliver high quality software efficiency. For example, let's take an software. Let's take Swiggy. Swiggy. What are the metrics? Success metrics for Swiggy. Customer lifetime value is a customer lifetime value is a success metric. Why? Because like it tracks the success. It tracks the customer lifetime, right? So even it is a success metric. Engagement metrics. Customer engagement metrics is a success metric. Why? Because it will be engagement is nothing but how much time your customer is spending on your app on your app or software करके. You can take a churn rate as a success metric or performance metric. Why? Because churn rate is nothing but the customers who are leaving your software or leaving your app after using one or two pages. So churn rate can be a if there is low churn rate, your app is performing or your software is performing very well. If your churn rate is more, your app or your software is performing poorly, badly करके. So though that is metrics. In order to give a simple example, I took the example of Swiggy and I gave the examples of metrics. So agile metrics are nothing but those metrics will be tracking the success, and they will be measuring the success of agile. They focus on speed, quality, predictability, and team health rather than traditional project management metrics like deadline and budget, right? There are traditional metrics too for agile, like in this budget only you have to complete, in this timeline only you have to complete करके. These are traditional metrics, but we also have some additional advanced metrics like health metrics, predictability metrics, productivity metrics, defect metrics, and all we will be learning in the future slides in this video. First is productivity metrics. So these metrics track how fast the team delivers the work, right? How fast the team delivers the work. For example, if you are following the Scrum methodology, Scrum framework, then you will be having some time boxed iterations, right? Time based iterations, only 2 to 4 weeks. In those 4 weeks or in those 2 weeks, how you can track how fast the team delivers the work in those 2 weeks, in that sprint, right? First is velocity. Velocity is one of the success metric of the agile, which comes under productivity metrics. Velocity measures the amount of the work completed in a sprint. For example, you had a sprint of 2 weeks. You will be measuring. You will be measuring in the story points how much work has been completed. If the work is 100%, you have completed only 70 to 80%. करके. You'll be measuring the velocity of the work completed in the sprint. Right formula, total points completed per sprint. If the sprint total points is 100, the completed work is 80 points or 70 points. Like that you can track the progress of the completed work, and you can add as a backlog for the next sprint that 20 points or the 20%. Users helps estimate future work capacity, so you'll be assigning the remaining work to the next sprint. Cycle time measures how long it takes to complete a task from start to finish, right? It's quite intuitive. It will be measuring how long it takes, like how long it takes to complete a task from start to finish. Like start to finish से कितना टाइम लगेगा हमको करके. End date minus a start date, as simple as that. If I want to complete the task in some days, today's date is March 1st. So I want to complete the task by March 5th. So March 5th minus March 1st is 4 days, or 4 days, right? 4 to 5 days. So we will be tracking that as cycle time, the future cycle time or user story cycle time with the help of this metric cycle time. Helps you identify bottlenecks in the workflow, right? The use of the metric is it will be helping identifying the bottlenecks in the workflow. Next is lead time. Measures the total time from request to delivery, right? Uh, I requested on March 1st. I requested on March 1st that my user story or my future should be delivered by March 5th. So it will be measuring the what you can say, it will be measuring the total time from request to delivered time. Tracks the responsiveness to customer needs, right? For example, a client or a customer has requested key, we wanted this feature in our app so that it can be easy for us, right? How much time you are taking to deliver that request. If you build that request or if you build that request or user story in the less time, then there will be more trust. There will be more trust built in customers as well as in clients. So even a user story or a future lead time metric plays a major role in what you say, in how fast the team delivers the work. Throughput measures the number of tasks completed within a timeline. For example, 2 weeks of 2 weeks of what you can say sprint, right? 2 weeks of sprint में how many tasks have completed करके, like how many user stories have completed in particular one sprint करके. This throughput measures that throughput metrics. Evaluates the team efficiency, so that it evaluates the team efficiency, right? How much efficient my team is working करके. These are productivity metrics. Next is predictability metrics. Predictability metrics. These metrics help track how well a team delivers as planned, right? So, as per planned, how well the team will be delivering the future or user story or the software, something related to that. Sprint burn down chart. It is one of the important metric, guys. Tracks remaining work versus the time in the sprint. If the time is 2 weeks, it will be tracking the remaining work. How much work is left over in the particular sprint karke. Like if the sprint is 2 weeks and almost 2 weeks mane to like it's 14 days, but Saturday, Sunday, holidays, so 10 days, right? 10 days by 8 days are completed. Remaining 2 days are there. We will be tracking how much work is completed and how much work is left over in this 2 days karke. We will be tracking that. That is nothing but sprint burn down chart metric. It ensures the team stays on track, right? Next, release burnout chart tracks progress towards the release goal. For example, I want to build a future in 4 sprints. So that is nothing but 4 sprints is equal to 10, 10, 10, 10, 40 days, right? I want to build a future in 40 days. That is my release goal. That is my release goal. So I will be checking the work, how much work has been completed and how much work is left over in this 40 days karke. Based upon that, I can plan. I can see the metrics. Like I can measure how much work has been done as per my release goal. Helps stakeholders understand the delivery timelines, right? Cumulative flow diagrams, so CFD, visualizes work items in different stages, identifies bottlenecks in workflow, as simple as that. So these are the predictability metrics. Next is quality metrics. Quality metrics are nothing but they will be measuring the defect rates and software stability. How stable my software and how what is my defect rate karke. Escaped defects, number of defects found after release, right? Defects, you can understand by the term only escape defects. They have escaped in the sprint, but they have red-handedly caught after release. Karke. So number of defects found after release, right? This help improves the testing and quality assurance. So defect density measures the number of defects per module or function, right? For example, if you are building one user story, what are the number of defects found in one user story or one function? So formula is a number of defects by KLOC. KLOC is nothing but 1,000 lines of code, right? How many defects are found in 1,000 lines of code? Karke, we will be measuring or we will be tracking the defect rates in that manner. Next is identifies areas with poor code quality. This is the use case. Code coverage measures a percentage of code covered by the tests, right? Ensures good test coverage. Like how much percentage of code is tested karke. Percentage of code is covered by the test. So mean time to recovery, MTR masala, MTTR, mean time to recovery. Meanwhile, how quickly a system recovers from a failure, right? How quickly a system recovers from failure, it's quite intuitive, right? Tracks reliability and resilience. For example, if your client or your customer found some defects in your product or software product or something project or in your app, see how what you can say, how fast you are bouncing back and how fast you are bouncing back and how fast you are rectifying that mistake and how fast you are building the mistake uh, plays a major role in building the trust and reliability, right? So it measures how quickly a system covers from the failure, like how quickly you will be covering, how quickly you will be rectifying your mistake, and how quickly you will be releasing the new feature to the customers and as well as to your clients so that they can be satisfied and it builds the trust, it builds the reliability, it builds the what you can say trust only. It builds the trust among them about your company, about your developers and all. So Even this is one of the quality metric. Next is team health metrics. These metrics focus on team morale as well as engagement. Happiness index measures team satisfaction through surveys. Like in your team, in the sprint, in your team, design team work, the testing team work, as well as the what you can say developer team work. You'll be sending them surveys and you'll be asking them ki, are they satisfied with the current sprint process or not? Karke. It will be saying how happy are they with the sprint planning process and the sprint process. It will be creating the happiness index progress. It will be we can track the success or measure the success with the help of happiness index team health metrics. Next is team stability. It tracks changes in team composition over time, like right. So helps to manage this disruption in teamwork. Yeah, it's quite intuitive, guys. No need to explain it. So even my throat is bleeding. That is the reason why I'm not explaining. Next to collaboration and communication score. Assesses effectiveness of team interactions. How effectively they are interacting with each other. करके. How effectively and how efficiently they are collaborating with each other and how effectively they are communicating with each other. करके. Users identifies blockers in teamwork. So it identifies the blockers, any conflicts are there, karke. And as a business analyst, you will be doing the conflict management. So this is about ScrumBan and Agile methodologies, guys. Agile methodology, not Agile metrics. Agile methodologies are Scrum, Kanban, as well as Lean. There are other methodologies too, extreme programming and all, but we will be not using those much in the software industry. But Agile is a mindset, and Scrum, Kanban, and Lean are the methodologies. Don't forget that. Don't forget this. And we have learned about Agile metrics in this particular video, and we have also learned about ScrumBan methodology. In the next videos, we'll be learning some more about business analysis.